Hello everypony, my name is Blancmark and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Now in our last and also first very long episode, almost 2 hours, we completed the Dwarven Commoner origin story, a story of our character here, Kelana, who successfully escaped her life as a castless thug in the city of Orzammar, and has since been recruited into the Grey Wardens by Duncan, who seems to be sort of the leader of the Grey Wardens here in Ferelden. Now, what we know is that the Darkspawn are coming from the south, and we also know that King Kalen of Ferelden, as well as Duncan and the few Grey Wardens we have, are all stationed here, and together they're going to try and defeat the Blight, which is basically known as the Horde of Darkspawn coming. And here in this chest we find a deep mushroom, and we can talk to the soldier.
Make her watch over you, my lady.
And over here we see more of the wilds. This is indeed the south, so this would be the start of the Korkari wilds right here, which is apparently where the Darkspawn are coming from. The reason I'm doing this because you could just proceed to town, but there are a few goodies we can pick up here while we do, so while we wander around, so I figure we might as well do that. Actually does not allow us to get up. Interesting.
Make her watch over you, my lady.
Is that all they say? Make her watch over you, my lady.
Make her watch over you, my lady.
Alright then. This is also a statue. I don't know why. Alright then. I thought I saw an interaction, but I might just have been the soldier. It's fine. It was probably the soldier. Too bad we can't go here, but that's alright. We'll just keep going and see if we can find something else. We've been to see that soldier. Oh, he's walking. Okay, and then we're going over here. Up this ramp. Make your watch over you, my lady. Go in here, because this is the exit to the King's Highway.
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Tairn worries that may not be enough.
Well, we'll see about that, I guess. Over here we have the Tower of Ishal.
The Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
What is the Tower of Ishal?
I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest. By orders of Tairn Loghain. The tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
Huh. Lower chambers?
I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
This is a pretty large ruin.
Goes back to the time of the Tevinter Imperium. Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing. Make her speed your steps.
Alright, so they're securing some lower chambers in this tower that they want to use in the battle. That's fair enough. With all of that, we can't really do much else here. We got a few extra goodies. Not too much, but with that, we're going to make our way here.
Make her watch over you, my lady.
And here we see some more barricades down here set up, as the Darkspawn will be coming from that direction. So some mountain ranges with a lot of trees on them as well. It's a pretty impressive setup here. Alright, so we're going up the ramp.
You must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army. but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Is there anywhere to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Where's the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does.
The Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
I'm gonna ask something else.
Go on, then.
Never mind.
Good luck to you, then.
Over there we have the King's Guard, and over there we have the Magi encampment.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
As you wish. Don't mean to disturb anyone. We'll have a talk with the king in a bit. First of all,
here
we
in
have...
this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall. I do not have time to speak at present, thank you.
Alright. And let's go talk to this lady over here.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I am Kalana.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You faced the Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Not much. I'm a dwarf after all.
It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
The Black City? What's that?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
Is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least that's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Alright. Well, we've met Wynne. With that, we're going, well, we're not going north, actually, yet. We're going to go over, since she doesn't want to talk, we're going to this guy who seems to have something.
This isn't good. I hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem?
This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
Just how smart is this dog?
Centuries ago, a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. Most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint to one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
Could he be imprinted to me?
We can try, but first we need to muzzle and medicate him.
Why do you think I could muzzle it?
You're a Grey Warden, or soon will be. All wardens are immune to the darkspawn taint. The most you have to worry about is some tooth marks.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
The dog looks up at you respectfully. Why does he have weird colors? Do I have some kind of weird mod installed or something? I don't think so. I've never seen that before. That's very odd. I've never seen those colors before. I don't think I have a mod installed. I don't think so. Probably just a graphical glitch. But indeed, the dog looks up at you respectfully, backing down from his aggressive stance. You can see the intelligence in his eyes, as well as a great deal of pain. The animal is very ill. You can kill it, but you can also just muzzle it. It's okay. I don't know why he's so RGB right now.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre.
Why did you get it yourself?
The wilds are off limits to non-soldiers, and I have many other hounds under my care.
Will the dog be alright without it?
If he doesn't get it, chances are he'll need to be put down.
Where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
Alright. I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
I'm not just gonna let a dog die. Oh yeah, he is definitely still RGB weirdness. Oh, there he goes. Now he... Oh, it depends on the angle? What? This is what he's supposed to look like. Wow, I've never seen this graphical glitch before in this game. My goodness. Well, now you have an idea of what he should be looking like. Those stripes and stuff are like paint that serve as... Well, not really armor, but more like they have like special effects. That's their equivalent, basically. So yeah.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
So it seems like this Mabari also has the issues of weird textures. The black one as well, maybe? Yeah, the black one as well. Apparently Mabari have... Oh my god. Apparently the Mabari have a graphical glitch in this game now all of a sudden, which I've never seen before. That's fun!
You're the dwarf who walks with the Grey Wardens. A respectable decision.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Not many dwarves would come to the surface gladly. Maybe things have changed. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors, as you should well know.
You trained with the Dwarven Berserker warriors?
Our discipline was passed down to us from the time of Luthias the Dwarf Son. He trained with the Berserkers of your kind, long ago.
Huh. Are you the same as berserkers in Orzammar?
Perhaps. I've never been, so I cannot say for certain, but I'm told our traditions are the same. We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. So that is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Is that dog good in combat?
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survive the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Wouldn't it be smarter to leave your dogs behind?
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies. But the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if the enemy is painted with caddis as well?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
I hope you're joking. Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant. My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Well, turned a little bit hostile there near the end, but alright. I mean, we're not doing anything wrong.
It's good to have Grey Wardens amongst us. With their help, perhaps we can push these things back underground for good.
Yeah, leave the dwarves to deal with them, I guess. Which I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what's glitching out these Mabari. Very unusual. May have something to do with with having a different graphics card than the last time I played this game. Ironically, a better graphics card.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
Why do you say that?
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
What's wrong with him?
Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Alright then.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
Have a little look at this scroll over here.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
I will, thank you.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Thank you. Oh my god. The bug is everywhere, it seems. Not just on... Oh my god. What is going on with this game? I don't like that. But I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Probably not.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Alright, no problem. I don't know why it's glitching so much. It's very odd. I'm hoping it'll stop eventually, but I kind of doubt it. Hi.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
Not really. Why, you haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why would I want to help you?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example. They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Why did he want to desert?
Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you.
Seems like I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
All right, sure. Here you go, dude.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Tell me where you're in here first.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way. It's not that I wouldn't have, but I wasn't then. Like I told you, they caught me stealing, not deserting. I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such. Just ask my guard for his. He's...
Okay.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away. Much obliged.
Here you go.
May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Alright, we now have a lockbox key, the key to the mage's chest. An ornate key in questionable condition. Oddly enough, it's a little warm, because it's been inside of this guy's bowels for a while. Probably smells like it too. Lovely, but we have a key. We may be able to use it soon. And with that, there's nothing else to do in here, except for maybe this Jory guy, but we'll do that later.
Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some Darkspawn spear this time tomorrow.
Don't know why half of his dialogues was not. Why is it doing that? Man, this game has more issues than I thought. May have to look for a way to fix that at some point. We got a large, flawed natural crystal. From that, unlocked. I don't know if that was it. Probably not. That was probably just a normal one. If I want supplies, I can talk to the
Have you
quartermaster.
seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
You need help tracking this girl down?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
What sort of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part.
It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand.
Alright, let me see what you
Let
have.
me know what you'd like.
Which is the normal things that we can purchase from him. Which does include a nice bit of stuff that may be of interest to me. Grey iron longsword. We have a letter. Actually, we actually have a few things of letter here. Dwarven armored gloves, studded leather, cured duster leather. I mean, that's less geese actually. We already have these, so we can sell these as well. The Carter shield, we're definitely not going to use that. We may use this. I'm not entirely sure yet. A flawed natural crystal. And here we have the Dwarven Warrior Belt, which we'll also keep. And then we have a Journeyman Hail Rune, a beef bone, and engraved silver bowl. Which I would assume is something that we could sell, as it looks quite valuable. With 60 silver, we now also have enough to purchase the backpack, which will increase our inventory max capacity here by 10, which means we can now carry 80 items along instead of just 70. Which is always a pretty good investment in my opinion. Also going to buy as many health poultices as we can. And there might be some weapons that I might be able to sell, not share, sell. Because, you know, the Dwarven Longsword made of steel, the Idukan Mace of Grey Iron, the Dwarven Mace, the Maul, the 2 short bows. The ice arrows could be very nice as well. Actually, selling all of the ice arrows will give us 1 sovereign, which is gold in this game. Which is actually quite nice. So I may want to do that. We also have some commoner clothing that we currently do not require. We also have a metal kite shield, which is actually better than that, so we'll do that. And the bulwark of the true king. Blah blah blah. I don't remember if we had that still. But no, it is a kite shield, a red steel kite shield. Let's see if we can buy some stuff. We have the cured leather here, studded leather and duster leather. We do have studded leather cured, studded leather rough, leather armor. Cured leather armor is tier 2, while duster is tier 1. Studded leather is actually tier 3. Studded leather is cured. Okay, I see cured is tier 2, whereas leather is tier 3. Well, you can buy a leather armor, but that would be... I see, the leather armor... Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's leather or studded, as long as it's cured. It counts as tier 2. We also only have rough, which we already have, and a leather helmet, which is also a tier 2. I'm very tempted, but for now we'll probably only really bother buying. Well, I don't know actually. The helm, but I don't know if I want that. And as far as weapons go, there's nothing too exciting here either.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? So long as you keep it quiet.
Now we have his special stock here, which will have a rock salve recipe over here and a firebomb recipe, which we currently cannot afford. Very interesting. I do not know if these will become available later on, so I may want to invest into obtaining these. There's another concentrated deathroot extract recipe and a firebomb recipe, for which we need a bunch of sovereigns still, which I don't think we can get currently, not unless we sell a whole bunch of things that I may not want to sell. I am tempted to, but like I said, it is may have to sell this because that's fine. And while I really like having a firebomb, I don't think I want to sell any of this unless I just want to go with standard equipment that is not DLC, which may actually be okay to do. So, in terms of so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be dumb, and I'm going to sell all of the DLC stuff. I don't know if this is DLC or not. I don't know why we would have this right now. I'm gonna sell all of that. I don't know why we have this. Is this something we got from the mission, or is this a DLC? I don't actually know. I'm going to sell it. And I'm not going to sell any of these because I like them. And then in terms of the weapons, I'm going to sell these two as well, which gives us 30 sovereigns, which is not bad at all. And it will then allow us to buy a firebomb recipe and the and that thing. We have mild allure plans. We can now make a lure and that and the glamour charm. Got a soul rot bomb, a fire bomb, a couple of more health poultices, which I think would be nice to have, and an injury kit, which also very nice to have. Although I hope I don't have to use that too much. And then 2 lyrium potions. They're quite expensive, but they will be important for mages later. And here we have some heavy chainmail stuff, an enchanter's footing, which is for mages as well. And then we have some battle axe and ice bolts, fire bolts, which I actually sold as well. Let's see. The bright blood is what cost 1 sovereign. It was more the bulwark that gave us the majority of that money, actually. I may have made a mistake, but if I do this, then I can actually get my stuff back without too much trouble. The only thing that I can't get back is the bulwark of the True King, which I wouldn't be able to use for quite a while anyway. So, why not? We can always save it for next time. This is the chest that we have the key to, and here's a tranquil.
Welcome, young woman.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
What is enchantment, actually?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
Huh. What sorts of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
You speak very strangely. Why is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
They're not feared by dwarves.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Huh. How is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware. It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role. You might feel differently were you a mage. You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
Not right now.
Goodbye.
Strange fellow, but I guess I can see why that might happen.
That course of action is inadvisable.
Alright, then I won't touch it.
Soldiers of Ferelden, even gentlefolk, we stand here on the eve of battle.
It's affecting every character, it seems.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need? Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
Alright.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
You know where he is?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Alright.
As you wish.
Don't want to get you into trouble. What about you?
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business. How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Teyrn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Tyrion inside?
He's
What is he
inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
I would like an audience with him, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Oh, here he is.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Yes, well, yes.
Kalen's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
No, I didn't know that.
Maric respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Maric would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. You're no surface dwarf, I can see it in your eyes. Smart of the Grey Wardens to look for new recruits in Orzammar. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I mean, I don't know.
If Kalen has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
He's not my king. Women seem very fond of him.
He is Maric's son and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Well, at least we met Teyrn Loghain, and we learned a bit about King Maric.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Sounds very unpleasant. We got an ashen short bow here, which I believe is a tier 2.
Different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something called a genlock. They're pretty common in the Horde, but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new Darkspawn are coming from, or what they can do. All I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
I see. It's fortunate that they can at least be killed.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
Alright then. Well, that is your business. If you wish to get drunk, go right ahead. But I would not... Okay, I see that the textures now are flickering here as well in the environment, and not just with the character models.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
No, I just wanted to talk.
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
You're welcome.
The wall before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's
Oh my
light
god.
be my guide.
This wasn't an issue in the origin story though, back in Orzammar, but now it's an issue all of a sudden. I may have found a solution in my quick search while these dialogues were happening, and I'll try to apply that solution, and then we'll see in the next video if it actually worked or not. Even this fire looks very, very blocky and very odd, which of course it's not supposed to. We've seen better... Oh my god, look at that. Okay. Well, this episode is a fairly long, just walking around in Orzammar. So let's get that done.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think I'd be?
Not a dwarf, yet here you are. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
Wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kakari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why are they frightening?
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
You're a charmer, I see.
That's me. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Alright. See you at Duncan's. So apparently we met one of our new recruits, Daveth, who appears to be some kind of an archer. And here we have Sir Jory.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I am Kalana.
Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware dwarves could be Grey Wardens. I've only seen a few of your folk in the castle dealing with the smithy.
Of course they can. Why couldn't they be?
Since the Grey Wardens protect human lands, I guess the dwarf would not wish to join. Obviously, I'm wrong. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
It's all a big secret, apparently. Davos said we might be going into the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
All right. And here we have 2 other recruits now that we found. And that leaves us with, I believe, one more area that we haven't been to yet, and that is this one. Where we're going over here first. Towards this chest. Opening it up for a stutter letterhelm of the rough variety.
I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch.
Alright. Huh. And here we go up here to this marked fellow over here. There's another chest there, so we'll see.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
No, we haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Kalana.
Right, that was the name. There haven't been any Dwarven Grey Wardens in some time. You must know a lot about Darkspawn.
Not really. I spend more time fighting guardsmen myself.
Oh, I guess you've got a more colorful background than Duncan let on. But don't worry, you'll see plenty of Darkspawn now. And probably sooner than you'd like. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I just saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
What's a Templar?
You don't know? Quick version then. The Chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
You don't have to accompany me, do you? I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Alright. And with that, we have Alistair now in our party. We'll also be throwing a health poultice and a lesser health poultice over here, as well as an injury kit, and we'll probably be doing the same with her. So we'll have a lesser health poultice over there, a health poultice over here, and another injury kit. Let's have a quick look at Alistair. He has splint mail made of grey iron. He has a Templar shield made of ash. They're both tier 2, so it doesn't really matter. I like the logo on it, but we can also just have a metal kite shield and just looks a little bit more, you know, metallic. There's a Warden's longsword made of grey iron, but I also picked up this dwarven longsword made out of steel. And that means that it is a tier 3, which requires 15 strength, which apparently Alistair has. And it does quite a bit more damage, as well as more crit, more armor penetration. So let's give him that sword instead. Nice. A dwarven sword for Alistair. Well, we can also give him a dwarven warrior belt, because he is indeed a warrior. Health regeneration and armor, as well as nature resistance. That could be very useful. And of course also the band fighter, give him an extra 3 constitution, 25 fire resistance, 25% fire resistance, and 10% spirit resistance. So yeah, that sounds pretty good. As far as the armor side, we don't have anything in particular to give him, but you know. And as far as abilities goes, we see, where do we do that? Here, character record, no, not character record. Where do we do that? Spells and talents. Here we see that he has a Templar subclass of a warrior, and he has currently the Righteous Strike. Each of the Templar's melee hits against an enemy spellcaster will drain its mana, making it harder for them to do anything. The warriors gain great health and reduced fatigue penalty for wearing armor. That sounds great. And he has a couple of sword and shield abilities here. Warriors get these two that the rogue also gets, but also getting the weapon and shield and two-handed as well. He currently has a shield bash and a shield pummel, and he also has a shield block, which is a passive, and a shield cover, which is a sustained mode. We'll mess with the tactics later. I have a novice flame rune, novice slow rune, and a large round wooden shield.
As my dear mum always used to say. Well, in for a silver, in for a crown, as my dear mum always used to say.
We should see what Duncan wants us to do next, don't you think?
Indeed.
Yes?
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago.
Huh.
Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
Maybe Duncan thought you'd be useful.
Or maybe he just happens to be a good man.
Well, he is. I'm not trying to say otherwise.
What about?
Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man, a good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
I owe him as well. He saved me.
That sounds familiar. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
The Blight Duncan mentioned.
Of course.
So, what is a Blight? Where do the Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
What's the Chantry's version?
According to the Chant of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago, as punishment for tricking mankind into worshipping them. The old gods still whispered to some men and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker and became the first Darkspawn. They fled underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were the archdemons who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world.
And the truth? So that was the first Blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another Blight.
So where is the Archdemon for this Blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not kill the Darkspawn when they're underground?
You're a dwarf. You tell me. Your people have been trying that for just about ever, haven't they? They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven Kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What is an Archdemon
The old
exactly?
gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
I had other questions about the
course.
Blight. So, how do Grey Wardens defeat Blights?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underarl in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
How did anyone even know about this Blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well, you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
He said if you His word was caught off there. They didn't add the S to the subtitles, but he definitely wanted to say a word that begins with an S. How many Darkspawn? Just how many Darkspawn are out there?
Thousands? Tens of thousands? They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
Yes. About the Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
So they're knights, heroes?
I don't know if I go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
I see. I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last Blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
Where are all of them now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
So the Grey Wardens have the right to recruit anyone?
King Marek, Kalen's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once. Best not to let that happen again. You want to ask me about something else?
The joining ritual.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
Secretive. This upcoming battle.
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tairn Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Kalen just wants his place in history. The Tairn is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
Why is it happening here, of all places?
We're at the edge of the Korkari Wilds, the eye of the Blight storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
How much will I be participating?
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
What are our chances of success?
I'm sure Tairn Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
What if we fail?
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Tairn really seems to believe this is a real Blight, however. You want to ask me about something else?
Not really.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure. Why not? Thank you for all of that information. And he approves. +1. That's good. Hello, Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korkari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Poor Duncan has his armor glitch and also his beard is glitched. Ugh, I hope to fix that soon. What do we need Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Surely you could have acquired some blood before now?
Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after.
Okay. Going into the wilds, isn't that dangerous?
You weren't recruited out of charity. All 3 of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
And what is the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
True. What if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Is this part of the joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
Alright, so find the archive and free vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
And with that, we now have a couple of new quests, and we have Sir Daveth and Sir Jory currently in our party, which will promptly give this. He has an Ashen Longbow, which is tier 2, and 2 Iron Daggers, which I don't think we'll be using. He also has Studded Leather, and this is Cured Leather, which I may want to actually sort of kind of steal for the main character. Even this naked texture as well. He has a little, you know, loincloth on, but even the naked textures look bad. Chainmail, and he has a balanced greatsword made of iron, and also a longbow made of elm. I do not believe we're going to use the longbow, but still, it might be a good idea just to keep that here, in case we need that. So we are actually going to equip the cured studded leather here as well. There we go. It looks like crap because of the glitches. And then we'll give him the duster armor. Oh my god. I am so sorry, guys. This looks horrible, but for now, this will have to do. Studded leather helmet rough. We can give that to him as well, which suddenly changes all of it back to how it should be. It's a longbow made of ash, and we only have a short bow. Alright, well, unfortunately, but it's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. And now Sir Jory will also have the Health Poultice the Lesser and the Injury Kit as well. Sir Jory has a couple of skills. He has the Pommel Strike, the Mighty Blow, the Indomitable, which is a sustained mode, and of course also Sunder Arms. For sheer force of will, the character remains in control on the battlefield, gaining a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun and knockdown effects for the duration of this mode. It is a sustained mode, apparently, which requires an upkeep. As you can see, he now has a portion of his stamina reserved for the use of this ability. Dav, on the other hand, has Dirty Fighting, a stealth mode, which is also a sustained mode, and a pitting shot for his bow. Alistair will go into shield cover mode, which is also a sustained mode, which should prove to be pretty useful. With that, we have a few things in our inventory still that we can then hopefully sell to the quartermaster to get a little bit more money.
Hello again. Is there something you need?
With that, we're going to sell this studded leather. We're going to sell the large wooden round shield, large shield, Templar shield, and we're also going to sell the dwarven war axe, the warden longsword, the short bow made of ash. I can actually use that myself, so Kalana, can actually use that. So we're going to do that. Give that to Kalana. Talk to him again.
Is there some?
What about your other goods? And I'm going to sell the short bow and Gaidukan mace. I don't think we're going to need that very much. Messy kills and +2 damage against Darkspawn. That might actually be pretty useful. But currently I don't really have much of a use for it, but I'll keep it for now as it was a gift from Duncan. And yeah, with that, now I have a glitchy armor. And we are supposed to go into the Korkari Wilds, where we will be looking for free vials of blood, the Warden Treaties, as well as a flower to help cure this Mabari. But of course, we'll do all of that in the next episode. In the meantime, I'm going to attempt and try to fix this graphical glitch stuff, because it's honestly quite annoying. Not unplayable, but quite annoying. So, with all of that said and done, I know that it has been a very social-heavy episode with not much combat to begin with. No combat at all, actually. But we're all set up and ready to go into the Korkari Wilds right here in order to begin our joining. So, with all of that said, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. I should go and attempt to fix this graphical nonsense